Since you happened to call in, Kristen, and we have met in person, you were at Keenevention last year, and I hear you're coming back this year.
Yes, I was.
and you're coming back this year, right?
Yes, and I'm bringing a lot of people from Rhode Island.
Awesome.
And I'm bringing people from Boston.
What did you like the most about Keenevention?
Last year?
Yeah.
Last year? What I loved the best was the welcoming atmosphere, because I went all by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I did not really know a lot of you guys, and I just loved the welcoming attitude. And plus, I won a lot of prizes.
Hey, we'll look forward to seeing you in a few weeks at Keenevention 2014. Yeah. Thanks for the call tonight. Coming up, I mentioned Keenevention. We're going to get to your calls here in just a moment. But I mentioned Keenevention. We actually had Kristen on the line. She just happened to call in, and I recognized her as one of the attendees of last year's Keenevention. The very first Keenevention was last year. Now, Keenevention is it's my little convention, I guess. I throw it. I'd rather not. I'd rather hand it off to somebody, and maybe I can find someone.
No one will do it.
Maybe I can. I've not asked yet, Mark. Maybe I can find someone to take the reins next year. Because I've got a lot going on. But it's a lot of fun, and I'll continue doing it as long as I possibly can, because I didn't know how it was going to go last year. I really didn't know how many people were going to attend it. Turned out it was really great. There were about 115 people that came out for Keenevention, and Kristen was saying it was this warm, welcoming atmosphere, and I'm glad that she felt that way. I thought it was this great, intimate event where, it's a convention. We've got a panel, several panels up there, and they speak about various different topics, activism related, whether it's legislative activists here or people who are doing civil disobedience, cop block. There's a brand new cop block panel going to happen this year. New movers to New Hampshire as part of the Free State Project. That's going to be another new panel this year. So we've got panel discussions like a good convention should have. We've got keynote speeches to wrap out the day like a good convention should have. So it's got all the trappings of a convention, but it's smaller than, say, like the Liberty Forum, which is something that the Free State Project puts on in the wintertime here in New Hampshire, which, by the way, I plan on being at the Liberty Forum, too. That's a great event. There's no doubt about it. But Liberty Forum attracts like 700 people over that weekend. And again, Keenevention, much smaller. We focus on activism. We don't bring any of the fancy libertarian big-name speakers in from any other place. All of the speakers at Keenevention, they're activists based here in New Hampshire. Many of the names you'll be familiar with. You've heard us talk about them or talk to them here on Free Talk Live. So you get to meet some of these people in person. And if you've never been to New Hampshire before, or even if you've been before, it's a great excuse to come up here, check out the Keene area, and meet some of the great activists that are actually on the ground here. Mark, you're going to be hosting a panel this year,
That's right.
The news media panel. And we actually haven't publicly announced who all your panelists are yet. You want to go ahead and throw that out there?
Let's see. I've got Chris Cantwell, Stephanie Murphy. I've got Brett Vanoy.
Can the two of them exist on the same panel, Chris Cantwell and Stephanie Murphy?
I think they can.
Should be interesting.
And Garrett Ian.
All right, I'm looking forward to seeing that. And of course, if for some reason you can't make it, I'm going to record everything. In fact, you can go to keenevention.info. You can watch the entirety of Keenevention 2013 in different videos. We have, all of the panels and speeches all on video, so you can see what it was like and get a taste of what Keenevention was like. But it's only a taste because you only get to see what happened on stage. You don't get to see the conversations between all the people attending that happen off of the stage during the breaks and, that sort of thing. So it's a lot of fun. We're going to do something a little bit different this year. We've got the costume party, because Keenevention this year is October 31st through November 2nd. October 31st, Halloween night. So costume party time. Derek J., our Monday night co-host, he's putting it together. And if Derek J's in charge of throwing a party, you're going to want to be there for it. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Go to keenevention.info. Tickets are $60 for the whole weekend, or pay with Bitcoin. Just had a Bitcoin order come in a couple of days ago. And I checked the orders today. It looks like we're on track for being about the same size as last year. So again, it's going to be a nice intimate event with probably around 100 plus people, and I'm looking forward to it. So go to keenevention.info.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.